I'm just here to give you my point of view. And that is that Mikayla is still the worst.
The only point of view I have is that you're a fucking liar.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea. You know that. I know that. I'm just a lady with a bulldog, a camera, and too many opinions. And I am very much so of the opinion that Mikayla is quite literally one of the worst influencers. Well, not worst. Like, she is successful. Worst in terms of most unethical. And I hate it. And she really gives people who do my job, like technically we don't do the same job, but like both create content. So like I guess we do. She definitely gives, in my opinion, this industry a horrible, horrible name. And she's just laughing all the way to the bank. Hey, hold on. Before we get too far into this video, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, which is Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. So everyone's root causes, no pun intended, for hair thinning, hair damage, stuff like that is very unique to them and their lifestyle and what they've got going on. So obviously a one-size-fits-all solution isn't going to really work for everyone. Great example. That's why I got the postpartum regimen. Because yes, I did have a baby. And even though my husband had the audacity to ask, how long are you in postpartum? Are you still postpartum? How dare he? And yes, I am. Even though my kid is a toddler now and 1.5 years old. But hair issues due to postpartum can really sneak up on you, and boy did they. So when I decided, hey, I've had enough of this, of the damage, the thinning, I started, moving my little keyboard fingers and looking up, hey, what the hell can I do? And literally everything was like, girl, go get a haircut. But then the second thing was always every single search I did, and every time I asked someone or my doctor or my OBGYN, Nutrafol was what they were suggesting. While many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations so that they can ensure their efficacy. Now, in a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after taking Nutrafol Women Hair Growth Supplement for 6 months. And my hair already feels more healthy, better overall, and fuller since I got a haircut. But I feel like I have noticed a difference in my hair already since taking the supplements. Because the great thing is that I have been taking them all month already. And then I just got a haircut last week. So I was like ahead of the game, Building a hair growth routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required, automated deliveries, and free shipping to keep you on track. Plus, with a Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20%. And a Headspace meditation membership is included in that. So that's cool. So start your hair growth journey right now, ladies. I know a lot of y'all just had babies like a year or 2 years ago, okay? When I was pregnant, there were a bunch of you that were pregnant. How many feral toddler moms I got in here? A lot. I know it. Well, don't worry, girl. I got you. Right now, Nutrafol is offering my audience $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you click the link in my description box and enter the code CCSUAREZ. That's CCSUAREZ. You should know how to spell it because it's literally probably 10 places on this page right now that you're watching this on. So thank you again, Nutrafol, for sponsoring this video. Now, today we have a lot of things to go over. So I'm hoping that we can organize it all and make it all real good, because holy crap, do we have a lot to go over. So if you didn't see, Mikayla finally announced her big project. Her big thing is that she's coming out with a new brand, not a collaboration, her own brand, which of course she's not the 100% owner of, but we'll get into ownership, investors, investments, pricing, the website, allegations that she stole the name from someone. I'm saying that because it's obviously not confirmed that she's stole the name from the person, but we're of course going to get into filtering and false advertisement. A little temperature check from the internet in general, ridiculous other lies that she has said to try to promote and market this and kind of have it in a pretty bow for people and all that. So I really wish that I would have made a entire PowerPoint presentation for y'all. Listen, I got to get this video out though, okay? I got to get it out and I don't want to wait too long because I have all the information and I just got to do it. All right. So Mikayla, you already know who she is. Mikayla is an American influencer. She is mainly on TikTok and rose to fame quite quickly in the COVID years, if you will, thanks to the TikTok algorithm absolutely pushing and loving RageBait content. Mikayla, in my opinion, quickly realized that works for her and became one of the biggest trolls out there, but not in the Trisha Paytas, it's just a joke kind of camp way, more so in the false advertising and I am an absolute clout goblin way. Between filtering herself into a whole nother dimension, a whole nother person, and constantly lying about things that quite literally do not matter, Mikayla is an engagement machine. And thanks to TikTok pushing out that type of content, she has made a ridiculous amount of money for that. Now, a lot of people all over her comment section, all over Trend Mood, all over Reddit, all over the internet in general are like, who like follows this person, who like likes this person? And I'm like, girl, exactly. I know. But the thing is that with TikTok, you're getting paid off of, if it still is the same, you're getting paid off of the qualify views, meaning that the person found that video on their For You page, not ones where someone actually goes to your account and watches it from there, right? Which is kind of messed up because it's like, no, I follow this person to see their stuff. So like, I want to see their stuff. I want to support them. But Mikayla in this way has really just like figured out how this works so well. Really, when it comes to the TikTok hook, her screaming in your face for the first 5 seconds of the video, she gets you. Typically, you get turned off right away and are like, what is happening? I've just been accosted by this video. I've been assaulted verbally and emotionally, probably. I feel like I should be compensated due to the trauma I've endured from Mikayla screaming Kim Kardashian for so long.
Kim Kardashian dropped this absolutely stunning, sexy makeup line. Anyways.
But with that, she gets ya. She's able to, entice engagement, so to speak, by mispronouncing things, by having the world's worst, most exaggerated accent ever, playing that obnoxious character. Therefore, more people who aren't following her and who don't like her, most likely, are going to comment on the video. That gets it pushed out more. Therefore, she's making more money through TikTok. But then also, if she's able to be more and more obnoxious, then the video itself is getting pushed out more. And then she's able to typically guarantee a certain amount of views, let's say over 500,000, over 1 million, for whatever brand that she is partnered with, whichever one she's doing an undisclosed sponsorship, so to speak. And unfortunately, with some brands, if you are at a certain threshold and getting them a certain amount of views and getting their brand in front of that many faces, unfortunately, they don't care if you are actually FTC compliant, which just putting sponsored at the hashtag sponsored at the very end of your caption or something partner, that's not good enough. It needs to be within the first 3 words of the caption that it is an advertisement, that it is a sponsored post, that it is a paid post. I've personally even, not saying I'm so much better than her, which when it comes to FTC compliance, absolutely I'm better than her. But when it comes to that, I've even had brands be like, oh no, you like don't put hashtag ad at the beginning. We need you to put it like, just put blah, blah, blah partner at the end. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to remain FTC compliant. Thank you. And because I say that, what are they going to come back and be like, oh no, we need you to lie, or we need like, no, because think about it. Sure, the brand might get in trouble, but it's you that would get fined by the FTC. And let me tell you, you'd be fined more than the brands are paying you. I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to lie to my audience or try to deceive them. That's dumb. Unfortunately, Mikayla, in my opinion, does not care about that. And that's in many people's opinions. Now, Mikayla just dropped this brand. And a lot of people kind of knew that not only this, but something like this was coming very soon. A lot of us just thought it was going to be a collaboration with like either Kosas or one of the other brands that she's been working with. So for instance, a lot of times what people will do, not to compare her to Kanye, but this is what Kanye does a lot as well, is people like this will drum up sympathy or controversy or whatever to pick their views up so that they can then launch something. So it's like, oh, I have all these eyes on me. And like, maybe it's not right after the controversy, but like I still have more than usual watching me, right? So Mikayla has done that a lot in the past. And hey, maybe it's just bad timing, but in my opinion, she's done it a lot and she knows what she's doing. So after her crying on the internet and eating McDonald's in her bed for a certain amount of time, she then basically turned around like a month later and was like, if you have anxiety, just get over it.
It's not that deep, bro. Look at how many times you've suffered anxiety attacks and you came out on the other side.
What? Girl, what are you doing? Either way, though, even without like specific controversies coming out about Mikayla, even with her constant filtering and stuff like that, like she still has enough like negative eyes on her, so to speak, to boost those numbers and to get more people talking about it. So let's go ahead and watch the promo video, the first promo video, the like longer behind the scenes version of Mikayla's new brand, Point of View. And then I got a lot to say about it.
The last 2 years have all led up to this. I can't believe it's finally here. My whole life, my whole world is about to change. And I'm terrified, if I'm honest. But the last 5 years as a content creator, I kept asking myself, what's next for me? You know, what is my legacy? And now I know the answer. Every day I am grateful for the privilege to have the community that I do. And you guys have supported me wholeheartedly over the last 5 years. I genuinely could not do this without you. I wouldn't do this without you. You have built up my confidence. You have helped me improve as an artist, become a better person, realize what I deserve in life. And I hope I've inspired you in some way too. 2 years ago, I started working on a project that means the entire world to me. And it's finally ready to be in your hands. And I'm really emotional about it because it's 2 years of keeping secrets from you and working behind the scenes to bring this project and this vision to life. And now it's actually about to happen. What I am about to reveal to the world is something I am so incredibly proud of. It's a project with meaning, something that actually matters, something that makes a difference. My community has inspired me so much over the years to be myself, and not just that, but own who I am. And with this project, I want to do the same thing for you. I want to inspire you to love who you are, to be yourself, to try every single day. Give yourself the credit you deserve. We all have a story. We all deserve to be heard. And we all have something about us that makes us unique. But don't forget that what makes us different is actually what we have in common. And I wouldn't have it any other way. We all have a point of view. And I'm excited to share mine with you. And I hope that it inspires you to share yours. Like I said, my whole life is about to change. And I'm really scared, but I know I have you guys as a shoulder to cry on. And I'm ready. I'm excited. I know I can do this. I know I can be a founder. And I know I can make you proud. I love you guys. It's time. And I'm finally ready.
Okay, so I just love when influencers are like, "Oh, this has been 2 years in the making, has it? Has Jaclyn Hill taught us nothing?" Sorry, Jaclyn. Not that you ever watch my videos. I think she said she did once. I think she watched the John Cookian ones. Bitch, who didn't watch the John Cookian ones, right? But anyways, so just like I fucking told her, I'll tell this bitch too. Stop it. You have no business having your own brand. And you know what's going to be really funny is that she's going to be the same type of bitch. She's going to be like, yeah, I'm in the office every day. Like, I'm doing this. Girl, no, you're not. You're the face of it. And sure, you might have some creative control. Absolutely. But do you think she owns the majority of this company? Probably fucking not. Most likely not. Oh, I just can't wait until she's like, this is a small business. Small business. You're backed by, nope, Chelsea, we'll get to that in a minute. So annoyed. It's so annoying. Why did we make this person famous? I didn't. I sure as did not. You guys did. Most of you did not. But anyways, here we go. She keeps saying like my point of view, whatever the fuck, right? And as you can see in this, there's different complexions, different skin tones, different shapes and sizes, all that, different ages, arguably, right? So what I thought right away, I was like, oh, okay. So I assume it's like face makeup, right? Like typology, right? Like that's kind of like what I thought it would be. Not as good, obviously, because that's actually really good. I'm assuming, I mean, realistically, she has the backing to her, like this could be really good. However, you wouldn't think right away that this would be a skincare brand. And most people in the comments were like, oh my gosh, it's makeup. It's a makeup brand. It's a makeup brand. It's going to be, but the first thing they're launching is the skincare, which why are these people wearing so much makeup in a skincare campaign? That doesn't make any sense. But of course, why would we expect anything that Mikayla does to be transparent or ethical advertising? Because that's not. They're wearing a good amount of makeup. That's like advertising underwear, and in the campaign, you're all wearing clothes. And now this was like the real drop, basically. I mean, kind of just like another teaser, but yeah. I will say this. I do like this video. Not her. Like it could have been like anyone else and I would have liked it. But since it's her, I don't like it. But the concept of the video is a slay. Let me just say that. I know, guys. I know. Calm down. Girl, how far is this table? How far is this table? Did you have to walk all the way across the sound stage? What are you doing? What are you doing? At least she's like dressed a little bit better in this one, because dear God, her fashion choices sometimes are horrendous.
much better.
I think that was really cute. I like that. But girl, why not talk like that? Like you have a little bit of an accent. Like that's adorable. Love that for you. Like her real voice and her real accent, so cute. And in the last video I did about her, when I showed like from her LA trip, the edited picture that she posted, and then the picture that are like a screenshot from the video that her friend posted when she's on a little blue outfit and she's like smiling. She looked so fucking cute. And I was just like, oh, I just want to grab your face and just squeeze you and be like, Mikayla, stop being a dumb bitch. But you know, she would never listen to me and probably never be in a room with me. So I don't want to be in a room with her either. Amp it, drip it, whip it, bop it, slap it. Okay, so Point of View launching 3/26. She's an Aries. Not her, but the brand. So as you can see, it's giving road skincare. That's what it's giving. Side quest, I'm very sorry if you can hear my son on this little like, it's like mini ATV my mom bought him because she watched him while we were in Cabo the last week. But oh my God, I can just hear him going in circles right now. It's so funny. This morning he had it and he just had his little sippy cup. I'm just going down the road. He's so funny. He's such a slay. This is not. Also, don't love how the fonts don't match up. Like maybe they will all be different for like different collections. And I understand like the branding, like the logo or whatever, like the name of the brand, Point of View, like that font would be more like constant, I guess, like throughout everything. And then maybe like the different lines, like the skincare line, whatever. Like I understand. I get that. Like your header doesn't have to have like the same font and whatever as your, you know, body text, right? Speaking in Canva. But people are not super happy about this. So last night I stayed up far too long looking, after I saw all of this, looking up the trademark information on the USPTO, United States Patent Trademark, whatever, that website. And I found quite a lot. Then from there, figured out who owns the trademarks. And then from there, figured out who is the main venture capitalist firm that is backing this. And they have a lot of very successful brands that they have done, some just one, but then others they've done multiple rounds of investment for. And so we're going to get into a little bit of how that works, to my understanding at least, because I do see a lot of people getting that very much so incorrect, which is interesting. And y'all know, listen, I don't want to have bitch eating cracker syndrome. There's enough valid things to absolutely call this person out for. Absolutely. But want to make sure that you're actually like putting the right information out there, because if you're just spreading, you know, false BS, it can hurt your argument in other aspects of what you're saying, right? Okay. Also, I always want to shout out other places and forums and platforms and whatever who are also calling out the Mikayla Naguera Reddit page. I love you guys so much. You are my heart and soul. I feel so seen by you and I love you and you're so valid. Sometimes people get a little bit crazy. However, there's those types of outliers in every, I mean, even people who make the type of content I do. Some people get a little bit too crazy. But oh my God, so many valid points. They have so many receipts. Like they are absolutely wonderful. So I went to check this morning. I was like, ooh, do they have anything else over there? I typically will use Reddit for like the internet temperature check type of aspect I try to do at the end of my videos. And with that, I love them. One person posted, I'll have it right here, but they literally like posted all of the shit that I was looking up last night. And I was like, not like my information, but the same information. And so I was like, oh my God, I love them so much. So we'll include those as well, because I want to be able to like, hey, you were in the trenches with me, babe. And then even, I didn't think anyone else would have this, but the page source information for Mikayla's website. And then also, it's not like I like hacked her website or anything, but other than just like the front page, you can actually get to the pointofview.com/collections and then see like what else they're going to be offering. And then from the page source information, like from that metadata, you can see the pricing. And I was kind of having a hard time understanding like, okay, wait, what price goes to like what product? So this person on Reddit is amazing and they like did it line by line. So love that, love them. Of course, like I said, want to give credit where credit's due. Unlike some people out here just be like copying and not doing that. So as we can see here, we have the Point of View Beauty and it is live, but it's pending. A lot of people will like once they file it and all that stuff and they just like wait a bit and it's still like pending. There's of course like no reason for it not to go through though. So then they'll go ahead and, you know, make it live or start using it already. And this one is for cosmetics, makeup, non-medicated skincare preparations. So meaning moisturizers, you know, nothing for acne, but serums, toners, cleanser maybe. I did want to include this though, because obviously I talk a lot about Multilova Marketing Company companies and one of the dinosaur multi-level marketing companies, Avon. Blech. And we can see here we have a point of view status dead from Avon Products Inc., which is really funny. So just wanted to include that too, because, And then here we can see that the trademarks were put in last March. And the owner of the trademarks is IMGN Labs Inc., which is owned by Imaginary Ventures, which is a hilarious name for a venture capitalist firm. Now, does that mean that Mikayla does not own the company? I mean, she possibly has some ownership of it. I would hope that she worked that in there, but she has investors. So she owns, I would assume, part of it, hopefully most of it, most likely not most of it. But this venture capitalist firm is in New York, obviously, as most of them are. And they have worked with a lot of other extremely successful brands. Now, it doesn't mean that they own all of these brands. It means that they have basically gotten funding or gotten investors for these brands. So to dumb it down super a lot, explain it to you like you're 5. And again, I could be wrong. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial expert. This is my understanding. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just a dumb bitch with a camera, right? However, with venture capitalist firms, what you do is you're finding investors, or rather, you're finding a lot of rich people or other firms to put money into these things. So, for instance, let's say me, Sherilyn, my co-host for my podcast Here for the Clout, you should definitely listen to it, and Jesse and Lily of the Do We Know Them podcast, and hey, Robert Welsh and James Welsh, over the pond, over yonder, all have $1 million, that's clearly imaginary, $1 million. And we're like, hey, let's all put this together and give it to this company, and they're gonna invest it for us. So there's all this money now. There's $6 million now. I can't count. And then that person or whoever, the company, is like, okay, so now we're going to put that into multiple different ventures that seem like they are going to get our investors money back and more, right? So typically the first thing you do when you make a profit, which you're not even really making a profit at that point, is you're paying back your investors and then some and whatever they are owed, right? Anyways, that's it. But it depends on what's the terms of these contracts and deals or whatever that the people who found these brands are making with their backers, with the investors, with the venture capitalist firms. And they could do multiple rounds of fundraising open that investment pool back up. For instance, I believe Skims has done 2 or 3, not with this firm though. I believe they did the first 2 with other ones. And then I think now they're doing it with this one. Anyway, so you can look on Imaginary Ventures website and you can actually see what ones are open and which ones are closed. So who's to say if this Imaginary Ventures is going to be backing Mikayla forever? I don't know, but obviously it really just does depend on if the company or the brand continues to do well, or if they don't want to continue to support her. And yeah, so it's just very interesting with her track record, it's insane to me that she was able to do this. I mean, I guess not, because she's able to make so much money and so much money for other brands as well. Think about it. She could basically just show her portfolio. And from a viewer standpoint, I'd be like, no, her. I would not want to work with her. But that's on terms of reputation. But in terms of money, that's all investors care about. All they care about is money. They don't care about controversy, anything like that. Because typically in this world, and especially if it's younger people running these companies and not dinosaurs, they're going to understand if you get talking, it's probably going to do really well. So they can probably see, okay, from, all of her other collaborations and stuff, she's done this and this and this. And then if Mikayla has, which I'm sure she does, have that data and those numbers of, okay, well, I worked with this brand and my conversion rate was this. And I talked about this brand once, they sold out of this and has 5 years of that type of analytics in a portfolio to show them right in her pitch deck. No wonder she was able to get these people to back her. So just a few examples. Skims is one of the companies. And then of course, Kimmy likes to help her siblings. So Good American is in there as well. And then we have a lot of ones that I've seen. I mean, Sundays, Stripe, 30 Madison, Gren, Hum, Safely, which is Kris Jenner's brand. It's interesting that Oosh isn't in there and neither is Lemmy. Anyways, they probably went with another one. And then I've never even heard of Farfetch. Kosas is another one. So, I mean, she might have made some connections there. And then Daily Harvest is another, big one that I'm sure all of you have heard of. And of course, many, many more. And so then Imaginary Ventures is the owner of Imaginary Labs. And then they also have Imaginary Labs 2. And then I believe there's Imaginary Labs 3. So for instance, Vero, which is Tom Holland's alcohol-free beer, they have the trademark and are producing his stuff. So hopefully, I mean, since like she's not the one making it, right? I mean, she's probably just the face of it and someone who has like maybe a little bit of creative control and then basically using her for marketing, right? I do think it is very smart that she did not put her name in it because that would have been very stupid. It's always really important, in my opinion, from a branding perspective, to not have your name associated with the brand at all, especially as a public figure. It needs to stand by itself. For instance, brands that I thought was a great example of that I've been buying for like 6 months now for Tony to use because he like loves their products is, what is the name of it? I forgot how to pronounce it, but I saw it in Target one day and it's the Rocks brand, Dwayne Johnson, Maui. It's his brand and it's like skincare for men. And it's like, all skincare is for everybody. Stop. I don't know. I was like, oh, I like the packaging. And then he smelt it and he's like, oh my God, I love this. So I've just bought it for him for like 2 years now, actually, I think. So I did it for like Father's Day and his birthday and Christmas. So anyways, that's that on that. And this has the potential to do really great because of the backers that she has. Like, it's interesting that a lot of people are being like, oh, she's just another like Jaclyn Hill wannabe. And it's like, well, maybe, but also Jaclyn didn't have these people backing her. And arguably it seems like, this venture capitalist group is more successful with what they put out there potentially than the company that bought Morphe, Forma Brands, which, you know, bought the other one, whatever. And plus that wasn't a venture capitalist group, right? Anyways, I just think that this one has a better catalog of brands, but then also has more money, I would think, and more resources. Hopefully it's not horrible. But then again, I personally will not be purchasing anything because she's a liar. So, you know. Now, like I said, IMGN Labs Inc. is the one who filed for or owns the trademark to Point of View. Now, we have all these other ones that they have here, and it's Point of View Beauty, Point of View, POV Beauty, and then POV, and it's cosmetics, makeup, non-medicated skin preparations. And then same thing with POV Beauty. So they just did all like the iterations of it, basically, it looks like. And then at the bottom here, they also have ones that they filed later in the year because all those first for like the umbrella of the POV brand itself was done in March. And then in August that year, we have the trademarks for their chemical compounds, which I think this is also for, I could be wrong again, but I think this is also for POV Beauty, but it says chemical compounds sold as components of cosmetics, ingredients sold as an integral component of cosmetics. So a huge part of the makeup that she's selling is 2 times or 2x ferment vital complex. Sounds gross. And then dripping glaze technology. Technology, really? Alchem mist technology, hydra reservoir technology, burial bolster technology, elastin glow, and then mega mirrored molecular complex. So, of course, that's how and why I think that why I know that it's not just going to be skincare, it's going to be beauty products too. But I do think that she's launching with skincare first. So of course, it's not a surprise to me that her products are not going to be affordable at all because like, why would they be? It's Mikayla Nogueira and people are going to buy what she's selling, unfortunately. And this person on Reddit, like I said, they're great. Appreciate them so much. Galvin Foxtrot. Love that name. They basically, like I said, like did line items of like the that I found as well. And so for instance, they said, doing a quick inspection on the website, I found all the prices of her products. They are not affordable at all. Added a screenshot of the inspection for verification. So it says Glaze It is $28 and it's a primer. Drip It is $36 and that's a nourishing glow serum. And then Drench It, Bop It, Pull It, girl, what are you doing? Skip It. Drench It is $34 and that's a priming milk. Gross. Face primer's a scam. What are y'all doing? And then the Barrier Repair is $38 and that's Whip It. Whip It good. And then Amp It is $22 and it's a fucking lip gloss or a lip oil or I don't know. And then there's bundles. So Finish It, which is Glaze It and Amp It, that's $44. Repair It, which is Drip It and Whip It. Whip It good is $66. And Glow It, which is Drench It and Drip It and Amp It, and that is $82. Do It, all 5 products, is $134. I mean, listen, 5 products for like $134, that's not that bad. But then you do get free shipping for anything over $50. But like, I don't know, man. I haven't looked yet to see how much product is in each thing, but it just seems wild that like you're coming out with all of this and you're known for lying and being deceitful multiple times a year and having multiple scandal after scandal. Like the audacity, honestly. And I understand that she most likely has nothing to do with setting the prices. Let's be honest. She's the face of this. Okay. But yeah, not cute. Now, if you go to the point of view website, it just shows you the landing page. I just shivered. I don't know if y'all could just see that. But it takes you to the landing page or the front page, landing page, whatever, homepage, I don't know. And it basically is just like coming soon and join this so we can, harvest all of your emails and data, allegedly. The thing is though, is if you, after the slash, you put collections or products, you'll see the products page. Now, the images that they have on there are just placeholders, but it does give you a good idea of like what they're going to have. Unfortunately, if you click like any of the items, it doesn't take you to it. I'm assuming because they haven't built those pages out yet. That's a lot of times what will happen. So let's go ahead and look at that, shall we? All right. So we have toners / essence, which is like skincare. And then we have trending, which is like, why do y'all already have a trending one on there when no one's bought it yet? And then uneven skin tone. And then it says shop all, skin prep, and then another skin prep, but I guess more because it's in caps. And then smoothing, soothing, textured. So, what type of shitty skin do you have? Moisturizers, plumping, because those are different things. Redness and inflammation, sensitive serums, sets. And then we have eyes, skincare for your eyes. No, girl, that's makeup for your eyes. And then homepage, hydrating, lips, makeup, and makeup sets. So yes, she will be coming out with makeup sets. The thing is I looked on her Instagram and she does say that she has like another announcement today. So I'm pretty sure she's going to announce that today too. But I filmed it first. Okay. I knew first. Complexion, dry, dull. Cheek, clarifying, build a bundle. All right. It's just so interesting too that it says like bestsellers. And it's like, what do you mean bestsellers? I mean, like, yeah, I guess like right when they open it up, they could, do that. But anyways, another thing is, and I'm sure other people will know this too, and they can't really like take this off of the page source info. But if you go to that information, once the page is live, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, I'm pretty sure it does show the maximum and minimum amount of like stock that they have. So if she tries to come out here and be like, oh my God, we sold out of so many units. And it's like, did you? Because you only had this many. So right when it launches, one of us, I don't know if it'll be me, but one of us needs to check that because I would not be surprised if she lied about how many units sold and like that, right? So let's do a little internet temperature check. I'm going to need Mikayla Nogueira to stop giving Jeffree Star the opportunity for me to agree with him because that's probably the most offensive part of all of this. Let's see what JEFAR Stank has to say.
I'm so uninspired. I'm not kidding. I really thought it was going to be like a moment. And the brand is called Point of View. The only point of view I have is that you're a fucking liar and you never apologize. You were the cash cow and the money was just gonna keep pouring in. So I'm never gonna acknowledge my mistakes. That's what she told y'all last year. I was actually really excited for this. I was like, okay, she's made so much money. She's gonna find the best labs. It's gonna be the coolest packaging. And then you're launching a skincare brand and your ad is in full makeup. What does that have to do with your serum? Yeah, of course, Catherine, because teen girls are influenced by people and they don't fully have a developed brain yet. That's what's disappointing. So y'all are gonna waste your money on someone that don't really give up about y'all. That's what's confusing. Full makeup for a skincare line and the Photoshop, girl. A soothing priming milk, a road ripoff, a glow serum, a hydrating whipped cream, and a tacky primer.
Oh yeah, hey, I got a haircut. I don't think I've filmed a video since I got a haircut. Also, I have sparkles on my face, so I hope you can't see that. Or I hope you can, whatever you like. So unfortunately, I agree with JEFAR Stank, but he can be a horrible person and be obnoxious and rude and racist and all that, but still be right about Mikayla, right? And he's not without his faults either, obviously. But I think that is a great point that he's making of, she has spent her entire career on the internet lying. And it's like, why are you going to trust someone to be involved with or start or spearhead a brand? And she's constantly lied and done false advertising for literally everything. And again, it goes further than, oh, you're just photoshopping your body. And it's like, everyone does it. No, I don't know what this mindset is on TikTok of, well, everyone filters and photoshops and lies and, doesn't do hashtag ad. And it's like, no, not everyone does that. Listen, if I'm like posing weird or something, sure, I'll edit something to, make it look like I'm not posing weird, or that I have like a wrinkle in my shirt, or like if the toenail polish fell off my toenail, because every time I get into the goddamn ocean or I'm around sand or even in a pool, polish does not stay on my toes, and it is wild. It will just come, the entire thing will just come off, and it drives me wild, drives me crazy. Just like Patrick Swayze drives me crazy. R.I.P. He would have hated this. So like I'll Photoshop my toenail polish because I'm a psycho. But am I selling toenail polish? No. Am I selling makeup? No. Am I saying, oh my gosh, you guys, you want to know what lip gloss I'm using? It's the, which one is this? The Dior Lip Addict Lip Glow in 000. And that's the reason my lips look so plump. No, it's because I still have Juvederm or whatever the fuck she puts in my lips. I still have that on my lips from like a year ago. And when you go to places, or at least when I do, and Sherilyn, you should have seen her lips. They were huge this week. It was great. I loved it. But when you're around like salty air and like the ocean and stuff, I don't know, our lips just get like real big if you have lip injections. I still don't know why. It's magic, honestly, and I love it. But yeah, that's why. Do I like really love this though? Yeah, absolutely. I'll have a link down below. It's one of my favorites. I even have Tony use it. And it's a real good stocking stuffer. That's an expensive stocking stuffer, but I always give it to my nieces for Christmas. All right, so that's obnoxious, but think about it. Mikayla Nogueira has lied about so many things, so why would you trust her? Especially when it comes to makeup and filtering the end result of things and how things look and her skin. And there's so many times where she's like, I'm not using a filter. This is just like really good lighting and like great skin. What? No, it's not. Unless you have like dumped your phone in Vaseline and it's covering your lens. Like, no, it's not. Because that's what it looks like, girl. And just to add this in, because I know some people are like, she doesn't filter her whatever. Well, guess what? That is not her face. Her hair looks fabulous though in that video. And look at her arm. The filter skipped that arm. Wonderful. I don't care what her body looks like. I think it's messed up that she filters herself into another person. There's nothing wrong with the way she actually looks. Another fabulous example of lying for no goddamn reason constantly to make your story better or make what you're selling more appealing. That's really all it is. It's just a sales tactic. So for instance, this person, I'm always wondering, like, are these Reddit usernames, are these just like auto-generated ones, right? That's what it has to be. Familiar_local_1254. You're beautiful and your ass looks fantastic. So thank you for posting this. But this is so great. It says, found an old receipt in my phone and I thought I would share. Girl, what else you got in there? That's crazy. And it says screenshot from a comment made in January 2021, then from an article published on September 2022 from South Coast Today, where she states it's her dream and ultimate goal. That's hilarious. Also, let's keep in mind, Mikayla says that this brand has been in the works for over 2 years. So that would mean 2023-ish, maybe end of 2022. And the trademarks and all that were done in or filed last year, March 2024. So this is a comment that someone asked on TikTok and said, have you ever thought of becoming an esthetician and open a place for skincare and makeup? And she said, no, not really. And then a year and a half later, she said, it's always been a dream of mine to get an actual esthetician license. And my dream, like my ultimate goal, is to open a beauty spa. Nogueira said that she would like to open a business in Massachusetts. Oh yeah? Always been your goal? It's always been like your dream. That's your ultimate goal. You just said you didn't want to do that. So that also possibly could have been around the time where Patrick Starr was being very like open about getting his esthetician license and, getting that education, which is great if you're going to start a skincare brand, which he does have like a skincare aspect to his beauty brand. So that's really smart. And also to just like have that education and stuff to fall back onto. Not that he needs to fall back on anything, but so that's really smart of him. But it really seems maybe like she was like, oh, I want to do that. His dream? No, it's always been my dream. Oh, Lord. Just lying for no reason. Another great example of this is like when she did like 4 or 5 skincare sponsorships, which you can say they aren't all day long because, hey, guess what? They're not going to be disclosed anyways. But that she did like 4 or 5 skincare sponsorships within like 2 months. And it's like, this isn't your skincare routine. You have to use a skincare for like at least 2 weeks to like see a difference and like actually use it. But like, don't just lie. Like you could just say like, oh yeah, I really like these products. Not like, oh, this is my routine. And then within 4 days be like, well, this is is my routine. This is my current skincare routine. Current, you mean like within this minute? Absolutely insane. I think that was last year. That was crazy. And then that same person who posted those last receipts posted this that says, here is a point of view everyone needs to see. Girl, that's a caption. And it's filtered and unfiltered. Well, still filtered. Obviously, I mean, it's a marketing campaign. And let's be honest, she's probably still going to be filtered. But yeah, whose face is that girl? And you can't even say, oh, well, she's making a different face. No, she's not. Well, first of all, she's making a different face. That ain't the same face. You're right. But like, remember how in one of my last videos about her, I was like, oh, well, you could say like, oh, you're smiling and like, okay, your cheeks are bigger. Your face is going to be like wider. Yeah. Opposed to when you're like musing and, you know, depends on what kind of face shape you have anyways. But like, okay, V shape, got it. That's not a V, but still. U shape, great. And then again, look at that. Ugh. I know one of y'all is going to screenshot me doing that and send it to me. Y'all are rude. Better chill. Just kidding, it's fine. Yeah, so that's offensive, dare I say. Listen, I'm to the point where I'm like, if I ever have, like, I do not use filters when I'm like First of all, I don't edit my own YouTube videos. I would not. No, they do not do that. I do not do that. That's dumb. Y'all see me without makeup enough and like unfiltered enough to where that would be so stupid to do. And that takes way longer. It doesn't look good, in my opinion, as my child's screaming in the background. He gets it too. But yeah, that looks stupid. Like that's so, y'all see me on 4 hours a week. If you're on Patreon, like 6 hours a week on my podcast. I'm not only unfiltered saying whatever the I want, but listen, sometimes I slay on there. Sometimes I'll look like a goblin. It just depends on what type of day it's been. So this is wild. Why? Why would you do this? Why? I hate it so much. Okay. All right. Almost done. Now we need to discuss, and I will have timestamps on this video, I know, but now we need to discuss her allegedly stealing and I'm saying that because like, I don't know if that's true, obviously. There's legalities of that, but you would think that they would search POV Beauty and see if anything comes up. But this person says, Mikayla stole the POV Beauty brand name from a small brand in Quebec. And the povbeauty.ca, because they're in Canada, if you will, posted this. And hey, guess what? It's in French. So it's translated thanks to this person. When I first saw it, I was like, girl, you ain't gonna put the translation up there. And they did, because they're a queen, just like mostly everyone else on the r/Mikayla Noguera subreddit. Y'all should go join it. Most of y'all watching this are already on there. Who am I kidding? So it says betray, sad, angry. I'm sure it's a little bit of a mistranslation, but I'm pretty sure it says betrayed, sad, angry, humiliated, and heartbroken. I'm thinking is what it probably says, but I'm going to try to read it so it makes a little bit more sense. I might get it wrong a little bit. Sorry, but because I'm dyslexic, I'm going to be sitting here for 12 days if I try to read it exactly how it translates here. This is how I feel right now about the launch of Mikayla's brand. I feel like someone just sawed off both my legs. Oh, wow. And that my greatest pride has been stolen, in short. I don't have the words to describe how helpless I feel. It's been almost a year since the brand was created, and to see that someone took your name, your concept, when you have invested all of your savings, your passion, and much more. I don't know how to react or what to do right now. It saddens me to an unimaginable extent. Oh, poor baby. How can you do this to a small queer business that doesn't have the means to defend anything? That sucks. Also, though, like they are in Canada, she is in the US. And of course, as well, like they said, like they don't have the, like, unfortunately, if the investors or whoever, the venture capitalists, whatever, the other owners of the brand want to like go after this person and make them stop using the name, like they can't really defend themselves because, I mean, they can, obviously, I would hope that they would start a GoFundMe, babe, or something. I mean, the fucking subreddit will fund that lawsuit, but also it's like international and that person might not have gotten the trademark and all that, right? But of course, in Canada, like it does work a little bit different, I believe. This is like this is basically the Jaclyn Hill Cozy situation, Cozy and Coz. That it was crazy. And then it sucks that a year or two later, Jaclyn was just like, I don't want this anymore, which she's thriving now and doing great, but it's like, goddamn, that really sucks. I know Jaclyn did DM her and it was left on red. Like I saw that. She sat across from a table from me and we talked about that. But I don't know, man, that sucks. Like it was taken down, like dissolved basically like a year later. And then what was her name? Caitlin something. And like she basically had to like rebrand and like not start from scratch. A lot of people will start with like merch and then like build it into something else, which that's what she was trying to do from my understanding. So that sucks. And I wish her all the best. Anyways, so what I'm saying is that like you kind of are out of luck when that happens, and that sucks, obviously. I didn't check with the trademarks for Canada. I know that the POV, they do have their trademark and stuff in the UK though as well. I did look that up. Again, I don't know how that works with Canada, but again, you would think when you're naming something, you would literally just Google it. For instance, with Here for the Clout, when we looked that up, like we saw at that time, there weren't any other podcasts like that. Well, like it, yes, there's a billion others like ours, but not with the name. And then also with that branding either and all that. So I don't know. I just think that's really interesting. And like, do people not like literally I'm working on designing merch for the podcast and technically for me and Sherilyn too, because it's the same thing, but we are one person. Like I'm here like Googling, are there other brands who do this? And maybe we could just, so it's easier for us, maybe like partner with like another brand and like have them make it. And then maybe we get like a percentage of their sales or something, or should we just do it ourselves? You know, should I have them all shipped to me and then a bunch shipped to Sherilyn? And then, you know, maybe we just do like US and Canada and, you know, ship it out. I don't know. So working on that too, but like also looking at other brands and, you know, like clothing companies and stuff that do sell the same things of what I'm looking for and making sure that like it's not the same font, it's not the same design, like don't want that. Crazy. So I don't know. It's just like you have all that audience, all that money backing you and all that audacity. Yikes. So I really hope that this person is okay. Sam is their name, the owner of POV Beauty. And it's, you know, they have like lip glosses, they have like lip oils. Sam, do not give up, please. One thing that I love that they do have is, I don't know if this is normal for like Canadian websites, but instead of sold out, it says exhausted. I fucking love that. Goddamn queen is what you are. And they're beautiful. Look at them. They don't look super filtered. I know it's a lot to deal with. I know it can just feel so crushing and really suck. So it sucks. So this is going to be an ever evolving little thing here. I just feel so bad for Sam of POVbeauty.ca. So hey, go support them, go shop their stuff and all that, because that's just so sad. I hope they keep going. I know it can be very overwhelming. Anyways, don't send hate to anyone that I mentioned in this video. Please don't do that. That's weird. This is all just my own opinion and stuff that I found publicly online. Huge shout out to as always, to the r/Mikayla Noguera subreddit page. They are amazing. Always getting those receipts. I just love that like me and that other person were clearly staying up last night looking at the page source info on the POV website. Hey, it's Ad Read Chelsea again. Did you miss me? I know you did. However, not only does your butt look good, I'm about to give you that pep talk in a minute, okay? Stick around. But I wanted to remind you, did you remember about Nutrafol? Did you remember about how if you click the link in my description box and also use the code CCSUAREZ at checkout that you can get $10 off of your first month of your subscription with Nutrafol and free shipping? Did you know that? Okay, back to the pep talk I do at the end of these videos. So if you are not subscribed, log off right now. Why are you still here? You're dead to me. However, if you are subscribed, that means your butt looks good. If you want me to tell you your butt looks good, if you want me to give you a little pep talk at the end of my videos, all you have to do is subscribe. Instantly a slay. You're a queen. That's amazing. I love that for you. I feel like sometimes at the end of my videos, I'm like those holy water scammy salesmen that come on at like 3 a.m. and they like sell little packages of holy water. And then there's people that come on and they're like, I bought it and then I prayed for money and then I got a check of $12,000 at my door. And it's like, ma'am, that doesn't sound right. I think you committed fraud somehow. What? That's not how that works. Anyways, so that's not what's going to happen here. It might, who knows? I'm not selling you holy water or snake oil. However, I am selling you a good time. But also the great thing is that it's free. So just subscribe. It's free. Your butt automatically will be super cheeked up. If you can't see results with that and you still think your butt is concave and weird, that's just because that's how it works. You just can't see it. Everyone else can though. So, you know, if you believe hard enough, you'll be caked up. Dear God, when's this video going to end? Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.